This conference will now be recorded.
In this section, we will be discussing about a feature called as data guard. Data guard feature is used to protect your data and detect leakage of sensitive information. So information leakage, this specific term we give it when we say when we observe that the data that should be protected is maybe visible in logs, in the GUI, or maybe in the body of the HTTP response packet. Now, in order to avoid all these instances, we use a feature of ASM which is mentioned as data guard. When data guard is used, if the web server response contains a data like, let's say, credit card information or a US social security number or any specific regular expression that matches certain criteria which ideally should not be visible. So in those scenarios, ASM would respond to those scenarios based on the enforcement mode of the policy, whether the policy is in blocking mode or in enforcement mode. So data guard feature is enforced in two different ways. If the response contains sensitive information, ASM will either issue a violation and block it, block the response, or it can mask the, this is transparent mode, mask the sensitive data and replace it with string of asterisk. So now let's go on to lab, perform some lab with respect to data guard and see how it behaves with your application. So in here, at present, my virtual server corresponding to my application is, let's say, this virtual server. So in this, and I have one security policy which is present here. Let's consider this security policy. So this policy I have currently mapped with my virtual server. That's why it is showing you the specific virtual server which I have it here. So if you just want to reconfirm, you go to the virtual server, go to security policies, and in here you can see the application security policy is enabled, and this is the specific policy which is currently associated with your virtual server. So now we will see, we will try to log into our application and we'll see the credit card or sensitive information without enabling the data guard feature. So let me just reconfirm the data guard feature is not on. So we go to security, application security, and data guard. Okay, at present it is enabled. So I have disabled this. So I just save and apply. So now I'll go to my application and I will log in with my credentials. Then I go to the control panel. So in here, I can see that credit card information is visible on my screen, which ideally should not be. But at present, it is being shown because the data guard feature is not enabled. So let's go ahead and enable the data guard feature. To enable the feature, again, you go to application security, application security, and data guard. And on this policy, on this page, you need to ensure that you are currently editing the policy which is applied to your virtual server. So from here, you make sure that specific policy is selected, and in here you enable this data guard option. And after selecting this, we need to ensure that it is also already enabled for credit card, US social security numbers, and this mask data feature is also enabled. These are selected by default. Then we click on save and again apply the policy. So now after enabling this, I will again go back to my application and refresh this page. See, the moment I refresh this, I can see that the credit card information is all showing me as asterisk. So this has been replaced. Now let me go back to my F5 appliance and view the corresponding event logs with respect to this request. So I'll go to security, event logs, application requests. In here, I can see a violation which is triggered, which is saying a data guard information leakage detected. So this is how you can make use of data guard feature to mask sensitive information which should not be visible in the logs or maybe on your screen. Now we also have option to create custom patterns based on our requirement or our applications. And these custom patterns you can define in your ASM data guard settings, which can also be masked as per the requirement. So in order to achieve that, again, I would go to security, application security, data guard, and in here, I will go for this custom pattern. I will select this option and I will, let's say, enter a regular expression that says any single character in the range from 0 to 9. So the way in which I add this regular expression would be something like this. Say 0 to 9 would be my first character or first digit. Then again 0 to 9 would be my second digit, and third digit would be 0 to 9. And again I give space and then 0 to 9, then again 0 to 9, and again 0 to 9. Again I give space, and the third time I give 0 to 9, 0 to 9, and 0 to 9. I close it off. So this is my regular expression which I have given. In this example, you will enter it 3 times, then a space, then 3 more times, then another space, and then last final 3 times. So I'll add this custom pattern, clicks on save, and again apply the policy. Now, after applying the policy, let me again go back to my application. Let's say I'm trying to do something else. Let's sell an item. So I'd go through a normal custom process. Let's say test data guard. And in here, in the item description, I will type the numbers in the same format which I have defined as a custom pattern on my data guard option. Say I'll type this as a custom pattern, and then I'll complete this selling. And submit the query. So in here on this specific page, if you see, the item description is showing as all masked. That's because it has been done by your ASM. The request which you have sent was matching the ASM custom pattern filter. So let me again go back to my F5 and see the event logs. In here, if you select, again, I will see the same violation which has been detected. So using this customized option, you can create your own custom patterns, which you want to be masked in terms of critical application information. So this is how you use this feature, which is called as data guard. This completes our lab for data guard. We'll wind up for this session.